You know, the recruits get wiped clean. You know, your cash flow gets wiped clean. That can be depressing depending on what the roll of 12 knocking on. Okay, and so what happens is that you're one conversation away from completely changing your business, right? And so what I want to do is kind of walk you through our story. But the first thing I want to tell you is I don't want to sell you that you're not going to get knocked down. You know, a lot of times, you know, people are sold on all the hype, but they're not sold on the truth. And the truth is that if Primerica was easy, then everyone would be walking around with an RVP contract. If Primerica was easy, then everyone in here would have a $100,000 earner range. If Primerica was easy, everyone would have a cash flow that moves whether they show up or not. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so it's not like getting a driver's license. It's not like anybody can get a driver's license. You've seen look, that cat right there got a driver's license. If he can get a driver's license, Steve Fuller, I'm going to tell y'all. Some people need caffeine, some people just get him to drive around. You be quick. It's the most emotional drive I've ever had in the snow. Okay? So, but I want to talk to you a little bit, and I know this is probably different than you've ever seen, is that I want to talk to you about my failure before I talk to you about our success. And so, how do I get that up, Nick? So here's my failures. Look, I was held back in the first grade. I failed 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I had to go to summer school every year. And the reality is that one of the years they didn't even make me go to summer school because they were like, "You're good. You didn't pass, but you're good." You know? I almost was gonna find the emoji, you know, the emoji that has a little praying hands. I was like, that's probably what teachers be like this when I moved to the next grade. You know? And so the reality, I wasn't a great student. It's because I believed lies, right? I was told that I'd never make it through high school, right? I was told that I wouldn't be able to go to college. Actually, I told my mom, I forgot to bring it, but I was going to bring you and show you an example. I told my mom, I asked my mom, I said, why do those people walking across the stage got the white sash, right? She said, baby, you don't have to worry about that. Right? Like, you just need to, we need to get you just through school, okay? and so I was told that I'd never make it through high school. I took the ACT 8 times. I took the practice to become a teacher 6 times. I failed my life exam. I failed my Series 6 twice. I failed my Series 26 twice. My income dropped $30,000 after I went over 100. Look, you name it, it's happened, right? It's not if something happens bad, it's when something happens bad. You know, I had the opportunity, I actually live right down, you know, Alan Belcher? We live like 5 seconds from each other. And so he's a great guy. I listened to you speak. I told my wife, I was like, man, you remind me of Alan. You just got a great heart. That's cool. Listen to you speak. Alan's just a great guy in the community, a great example. But and my wife told me no in 2002, right? Like all my RVPs were no's. First time I talked to them, no. But I got guys selling companies now. I got a guy that just sold his company a few weeks ago. He's making $400,000 a year when I met him. Well, I met him when I first talked to him about the opportunity. And that was in 2009, about 2 weeks after I did my MBA. And he told me no. He just sold that company. He went full time with us. He actually did my overview last night. We had almost 50-something people there in an overview. We have 3 different overviews now in our office because we've got too many people. And what happens is, guys, I remember when we had nobody showing up to overview, right? And so the reason that we made it is not because we figured something out really quick. It's because we figured out the only thing that matters, and that's the ability to commit. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what I want to talk to you is, this next is a little bit about our story. So Farrah told you about our opportunity, about what happened. What really happened is I was teaching school in 2009. I started teaching in 2008. I was 23 years old. I played college football. I've been through it. I've had 5 major surgeries. I got 70% on my right back. I broke my leg. Got 4 bulging discs. Me and you, we probably have a great conversation. But you name it, I've done it, right? I started getting surgeries as a 6th, 7th grade. I tore my rotator cuff in 7th grade, and my mom's like, she's like, you need to get college paid for it. If you ain't going to college, let you get paid for it. And so I actually signed with LSU at a high school, but I graduated high school with honors. I right? I was actually, I signed, I was the number 2 defensive lineman in the country coming out of high school. I'm 6'3" and a half, I'm 6'4". I weighed 315. I was a monster. Like I used to eat, I looked like I ate toddlers, okay? And my wife said yes back then. So she committed before she really knew, right? I was like the suspect Mr. Fun that figured it out, right? And so what happened is that when I graduated college and started teaching, look, my schedule was nuts. So it doesn't always look right. My dad was diagnosed, my stepdad was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver in 2008. And that changed my life because I realized my dad worked for 33 years in the school system and had nothing when he left. He had a pension. I make more money on renewals now in life business than my dad makes for 33 years every month in the school system. He makes $3 grand a month. I make $3 grand a month in earnings. You know what I'm saying? Like, what took me 5 years to build took him 33 years of his life, and then he retired, got sick, and ended up in the hospital, you know, for 7 months, watching him basically, just wither away. He went from 260 pounds to about 160 pounds in 8 months. That was the most emotional experience of my life. Now, the Lord took care of him. My dad's doing incredible, extremely healthy now. He was a miracle. He was actually, when I came into business, the day he came home from the hospital was the day I passed my life exam. And that was really emotional. So in 2009, I had a guy that I played football with at Southern Miss. He told me, he said, Sean, he said, you'd be really good at this. But in 2007, I was a no. I stood my ranking up, right? And in 2009, what happened was, I was at a point, I was waking up at 5 in the morning. I personal trained my first client at 5:30. I taught my first class at 7. I would leave school after second period. We were in a block schedule, so at 11:15, I would personal train my second client at 11. For lunch, I'd go back. I'd teach 4th period football, and then I would coach till 5:30, and then I would personal train till 10. I have 3 classes left, and I would have a master's in education. But I walked away. And so she said it right fair. So when I told Mike, I said, if you can show me how to make $500 a month, I'll stop. I'll get licensed like yesterday. And I said, if you teach me how to make $1,500, because I was going to marry a hygienist, making $30 an hour, so I thought I had a sugar mama, so I figured that out. And I said, look, if you allow me, if you can show me how to make $1,500, I'll quit my job. Right? He was like, he didn't believe me. I didn't even I got the $3 grand. I said, man, I'm solid for 90 days. I can figure something out. Okay? And so I quit my job. I was the guy that actually did it, right? And people go, you think I should quit? Don't quit. I was telling them, do not quit until we have a kneecap-to-kneecap conversation. And I need to make sure you got some backbone, right? And so because you're going to get punched in the face. That's just the way it is, right? You don't get what you want, you get what you fight for. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so in 2009, I transitioned. I made 37 my first year with a life license. All right, I told you I failed the test a few times. You know, my first time I took it, I walked out. I was like, yeah, not even close. You know how you know that you're not upset when you fail? Because you're just like, I wouldn't. I don't even know why I showed up. I was like, when I passed my 26, I actually walked out of the testing room before I even logged off the computer. Okay? And the lady's waving me down. She said, where are you going? I said, I'm getting the hell out of here. I said, you ain't got a clue. I was like, and that was the biggest weight. I made a 73. See, like y'all guys, y'all be making like 80s and 90s. Y'all, look, I tell my guys now, I got a rule. If you make over an 80, I'm firing you. Okay? Because you study way too long. You just wasted time. Okay? And so they called me the sniper in my office. I hit that sucker right on the dot almost every time. Like 70, 71. In Mississippi, you only got to make a 65 on the life exam. I'm like, you can fail it and still pass it.